Could I have my hair permed?
When you're old enough.
Gladys Pierce is the same age as me, and she's had a perm.
Never you mind about Gladys Pierce. Get on with your breakfast.
I don't see why I can't have it cut. That'd be better than nothing.
Will you get on with your breakfast? You're going to be late.
Oh, Bob.
And stop sniffling. Sniffle, sniffle, sniffle. Haven't you got a handkerchief?
Yes, but it's a clean one.
Well, never mind, use it. The child can't help having a cold. Well, she can blow her nose, can't she? Even if she has got a cold.
Dodie Watson's got a terrible cold. She's had it for weeks. Miss Pritchard's awful mean to Dodie Watson. She said she'd had enough of it.
Enough of what?
Her cold.
Them hot water pipes kept me awake again last night. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle all night long. Now, you know as well as I do, you can't stop them making that noise. It's all very fine for you. You sleep at the end of the passage. You don't have to sleep there. Listen to me, Dolly Scowl. I've got a perfect right to complain if I want to, and you know it. Really, Mother? I don't know what's the matter with you lately. You do nothing but grumble. Of course, if I'm not wanted here, I can always go and stay at a boarding house or a private hotel. Catch you. I'm not the sort to outstay my welcome anywhere. For heaven's sake, don't start that again. It seems as though some of us had got out of bed the wrong side this morning.
Bob, could I have some more toast?
No.
I could make it myself.
No, I tell you. Can't you understand plain English? You've had quite enough. You're going to be late for your music lesson. Never mind, Elsie. Here's tuppence. Buy yourself a sponge cake at Barrett's.
Oh, thanks, Grandma.
Elsie, you'll do no such thing. I'm not going to have a girl of mine stuffing herself with cake in the middle of the high street. Eat it in the shop, dear. Go on, go on. You'll be late.
Oh, Bob, it's only 10 to.
Look, will you do as I tell you?
Oh, all right.
Poor little soul. I'll trouble you not to spoil Elsie, Mother. Spoil her? I like that. Better than half-starving her. Are you insinuating? I'm not insinuating anything. Elsie's getting a big girl. She only had one piece of toast for her breakfast, and she used that for her egg. Well, it's none of your business. And in future, I'd be much obliged if you keep your tuppences to yourself. Very well. Of course, if I'm to be abused every time I try to bring a little happiness into the child's life. Anyone would think I ill-treated her to hear you talk. Well, you're certainly nagger enough. I don't do any such thing. And I wish you'd leave me to bring up my own child in my own way. That coal's been hanging over her for weeks. And a fat lot you care. Well, I've dosed her for it, haven't I? The whole house stinks of eucalyptus. Nice thing if it turned to bronchitis. Mrs. Henderson's Muriel got bronchitis all through neglecting her cold. Poor child couldn't breathe. They had to have 2 kettles going, night and day. I suppose your precious Dr. Bristow told you that. Yes, he did. And what's more, he saved the girl's life. You ask Mrs. Henderson. Catch me asking Mrs. Henderson anything. Stuck-up thing. Really, Doris, you make me tired sometimes, you do, really. If you're so fond of Mrs. Henderson, it's a pity you don't see more of her. I notice you don't go there often. I go when I am invited. Exactly. She's not the kind of woman who likes people popping in and out all the time. We can't all be Amy Fawcett's. And what's the matter with Amy Fawcett? Well, she's common, for one thing. She dyes her hair for another. And she's a bit too free and easy all round for my taste. She doesn't put on airs, anyway. I should think not, indeed, after the sort of life she's led. And how do you know what sort of life she's led? Everybody knows. You've only got to look at her. I'm a woman of the world, I am.
Bob, we want a new roll of toilet paper. It's right down to the bit of cardboard.
How many times have I told you that ladies don't talk about such things? And don't untidy everything like that. What are you looking for?
The Pixies Parade. I had it last night.
Well, if it's the one in the blue cover, it's at the bottom.
It isn't. Oh, dear. Miss Pritchard will be mad at me if I can't find it.
Perhaps you left it in your satchel. Here, let me look. Is this it?
Oh, yes. Thanks, Grandma.
Heaven's sake, come along. You're going to be late.
Oh, all right, Mum. Goodbye, Grandma.
Goodbye, dear. Give Grandma a kiss.
Goodbye, Dad.
And don't dawdle on the way home.
Oh, all right, Mum.
There now. If you are going down to the shops this morning, would it be troubling you too much to get me a reel of white cotton? I thought you were coming with me. I really don't feel up to it. I'll put it on my list. If it's out of your way, please don't trouble. It'll do another time. Henry, it's past 9.
Never know.
You'll be late.
Never mind.
Oh, that's a nice way to talk, I must say. I'm sure if my Robert had have eased about like that in the morning, I'd have thought the world had come to an end.
Henry, I do it once too often. You mark my words.
Well, that corner's finished.
Well, you'll have to move now. Got to finish clearing. Look at it, the wicked waste.
What's the matter with him?
Don't ask me, I'm sure I couldn't tell you.
He came in very late last night. I heard him go into the bathroom. Where'd he been?
How do I know?
Didn't you ask him?
I wouldn't demean myself.
Been drinking?
No.
Sounded very like it to me, all that banging about.
You know Henry never touches a drop.
I know he says he doesn't.
Do shut up, Mother. We're not all like Father.
You mind your tongue, Doris Gow. Don't let me hear you saying one word against the memory of your poor father.
I wasn't.
Oh, yes, you were. You were insinuating again.
Father drank, and you know it.
Your father was a gentleman, which is more than your husband will ever be, with all his night classes and book reading. Oh, night classes, indeed.
Are you insinuating?
Yes, I am, and I'm not afraid to say so.
And what of it?
I suppose he was at a night class last night.
Mind your own business. Where were you last night?
Why?
Mother wants to know, and so do I.
Well, I was kept late at the shop, so I had a bit of dinner in town.
Who with?
Charlie Henderson. Ta-da.
Oh, Bob, can't we go now?
In a minute.
We'll miss the second feature.
Put your hat on and don't fidget.
Oh, all right.
Your supper's all ready, and the kettle's on the gas stove when you want it. We've had ours.
Oh,
You needn't look injured either.
very well.
She managed to get home a bit earlier, save a lot of trouble all round. You've been getting later and later these last few weeks. They can't keep you overtime every night.
All right, dear. I'll tell them.
Here, else. Put away these things of yours in the cupboard.
Cold leftovers, eh? What a surprise.
What's the matter with it?
I don't know yet.
It's perfectly fresh, if that's what you mean.
Why are you all so dressed up?
We're going to the pictures.
Oh, I see.
You can put everything on the tray when you're finished and leave it in the kitchen.
Thank you for nothing.
What did you say?
I said thank you for nothing.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing, why?
You look funny.
I feel funny.
Have you been drinking?
Yes.
Henry,
I had a whiskey and soda up in town and another one at the Plough.
what for?
Because I felt like it.
Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm going to have another one, too, a bit later on.
You'll do no such thing.
That hat looks awful.
Don't you speak to me like that,
Why not?
because I won't have it.
It's a common little hat and it looks awful.
Now listen to me, Henry girl. The next time I catch you drinking and coming back home here and insulting me,
What will it do, Dory?
I'll give you a piece of my mind.
It'll have to be a very little piece. You can't afford much.
I'd be very much obliged, Henry, if you kindly tell me what this means.
I'm celebrating.
What do you mean, celebrating?
Tonight's our anniversary.
Our anniversary isn't until November.
I don't mean that one. It's the anniversary of the night I was supposed to have got you into trouble.
Henry,
Hooray!
how dare you say such a dreadful thing? And in front of the child, too.
3 years and a bit after that wonderful night, our child was born. Considering all the time Elsie took forming herself, I'm surprised she's not a nicer little girl than she is.
Elsie, go upstairs.
Stay where you are, Elsie.
Will you do as I tell you?
But, Mum,
Oh, Mother, take her for God's sake. There's going to be a row.
Leave her alone and sit down. Leave her alone and sit down.
Well, I never...
See? Works like a charm.
A fine exhibition you're making of yourself, I must say.
Not bad, is it?
Go on, go to bed.
Stop ordering me about. What right have you to nag at me and boss me? No right at all. I'm the one that pays the rent and works for you and keeps you. And what do you give me in return, I should like to know? Nothing. I sit through breakfast while you and your mother wrangle. You're too busy being snappy and bad-tempered even to say good morning. I come home tired after working all day, and 10 to 1 there isn't even a hot dinner for me. Here, see this? Here's what I think of leftovers. And the tomatoes. And the spot on ruddy sauce.
Henry, it's all over the carpet.
That's what I think of the carpet.
Then I just live to see the man I married make such a beast of himself.
Stop working yourself up into a state. You'll need all your control when you hear what I'm going to say to you.
Look here.
Sit down. Come on, sit down. And you. And you, Elsie. I'm afraid you'll have to miss the pictures for once.
Elsie, you come with me. Yes, you go on, dear. Henry!
I've been waiting for this moment for 15 years, and believe me, it's not going to be spoilt for me by you running away.
You let me out of this room.
Oh, stay where you are till I've had my say.
You let me out of this room.
Sit down.
Don't you lay your hands on me.
Sit down.
Mom, oh, Mom.
Here, you. Shut up. And get the port out of the sideboard and give some to your mother. That's right.
Take some port, Dorry. It'll do you good. I couldn't touch it. It'd choke me.
Come on, here.
You keep away from me.
Drink it up and stop sniveling.
I never forgive you for this. Never, never, never as long as I live.
That's better.
Pay no attention, Dorry. He's drunk.
I'm not drunk. I've only had 2 whiskers and sodas just to give me enough guts to take the first plunge. You never believe how scared I was thinking it over in cold blood. I'm not scared anymore, though. It's been much easier than I thought it was going to be. My only regret is I didn't come to the boil a long while ago and tell it to your face, Dorry, what I think of you. What I've been thinking of you for years. And this horrid kid of yours. And that old witch of a mother of yours.
Henry Gow, let me out of this room. I am not going to stay here and be insulted.
You're going to stay here just as long as I want you to.
Oh, I am I? We'll see about that.
Oh, no, you don't.
Let go of me! Mother, don't let the neighbors know all I am. Please, help! Help! Oh, my God, he's in Grandma! Oh, my heart. I think I'm going to faint. Oh, my heart. Oh, dear. Oh. 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 Mother!
Stay where you are.
Mother!
Stand out of the way, Dorry. We don't all want to get wet.
Where am I?
Number 17, Cranborough Road, Clapham.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Now, look here, Mother. I don't want there to be any misunderstanding about this. I like slapping you just now, see? It was lovely. So if you don't behave yourself and keep quiet, I shall slap you again. So just sit there in your chair and remember, if you feel faint, the water's all ready for you. Sit down, Dorry. Looks silly standing about.
Henry.
Sit down. And keep her quiet, or I'll fetch her one, too.
Elsie, you sit down there. And shut up, will you?
That's right. Now then, I'm going to start quite quietly explaining 1 or 2 things to you.
Enjoying yourself, aren't you? Will you grin on the other side of your face before I'm done with you?
Very likely, Dorry.
Coming home here drunk and hitting poor Mother and frightening Elsie out of her wits.
Out of her what? Do her good. Do them both good. Little excitement in the home. God knows it's dull enough as a rule.
Very clever.
18 years ago tonight, Dorry, you and me found ourselves quite by chance, I don't think, in your Aunt Daisy's house in Stansfield Road. We had the house to ourselves. It being a Sunday, your aunt had popped over to the Golden Calf with Mr. Simmons, the lodger. Which, as the writers say, was our whim.
This is disgusting. I won't listen to another word.
You will, shut up.
Pay no attention to him, Mother. He's mad.
Now, where was I? Ah, yes, Stansfield Road. You'd been after me for a long while, Dorry. I didn't know it then, but I realized it soon after. What with Nora married and Phyllis engaged, both of them younger than you had to have a husband and quick, so you fixed on me. Oh, you were pretty enough, and I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Then a couple of months later, you told me you were in trouble. You cried a heck of a lot, I remember. Said the disgrace would kill your mother if ever she found out. I didn't realize then, take a sight more than that to kill that leathery old mare.
I won't stand it, I won't.
Oh, I expect you were in on the whole business, in a refined sort of way, of course. You knew what was really going on. But Dorry and I got married. You sorted that, you both sorted that. And I chucked up all the plans I had for getting on. Perhaps being a steward in a ship and seeing a bit of the world. Yes, all that had to go. And we settled down in rooms, and I went into Ferguson's hosiery.
I've given you the best years of my life, and don't you forget it.
You've never given me the best of anything, not even yourself.
It's not true.
It's true, all right, and you know it as well as I do.
Well, it was only right that you married me. It was only fair. You took advantage of me, didn't you?
Oh, come off it, Dorry. Don't talk so silly. I was the innocent one, not you. I found out you cheated me a long, long time ago. And when I found out, realized it for certain, I started cheating you. Prepare yourself, Dorry, my girl. You're going to be really upset this time. Every week for over 10 years, I've been earning just a little bit more than you thought I was. And I've managed, by hook and by crook, to put by £572. Do you hear me?
Henry! Never have. You'd have given it away, I'd have found out.
I thought that'd rouse you, but don't get excited. It isn't for you, it's for me. All but £72 of it. That much is for you. Just £72. The last you'll ever get from me.
Oh, Henry, you couldn't be so cruel. You couldn't be so mean.
I've done what I think's fair, and what I think's fair is a darn sight more than you deserve. Now, to start with, I've transferred the freehold of this house into your name, so you'll always have a roof over your head. You can take in lodgers at a pinch. So heaven help the poor perishes if you do.
£572. You've got all that, and you're going to leave me to starve.
Cut the drama, Dorry. Take a look at your mother's savings bank book. I bet you find she's got enough to keep you in comfort till the day you die. She soaked her old man plenty, I'm sure, before he took to soaking himself.
Oh, it's a lie.
Now, look here, Mother McCree. You've had one slap on the kisser this evening. You're not asking for another. You're sitting up and begging for it.
I'll have you up for assault. I'll have the police on you, my fine fellow.
Well, they'll have to be pretty nippy. My boat sails first thing in the morning.
Boat?
Yes, I'm going away. I've got my ticket in my pocket and my passport. My passport photo's a fair scream. Wish I could show it to you. But I don't want you to see the nice new name I've got.
Henry, you can't do it. I can have you stopped by law. It's desertion.
You said it, Dorry. Desertion, that's exactly what it is.
Where are you going? You've got to tell me. Where are you going?
Wouldn't you like to know? Maybe Africa, maybe China, maybe Australia. There are lots of places in this world, Dorry, you know nothing about. You've often laughed at me for reading books. I've learned a lot from reading books. There are islands in the South Sea, for instance, have cocoa palms and turtles, where the sun shines all the year round. You can live there for practically nothing. Then there's Australia or New Zealand. With a little bit of capital, I might start in a small way sheep farming. Think of it, miles and miles of open country, stretching as far as the eye can see, with good food and fresh air. That might be very nice. That might suit me beautifully. Then there's South America, with coffee plantations, sugar plantations, banana plantations. Here, if I go to South America, I'll send you a whole crate. Have a banana, Dorry. Have a banana.
Henry, listen to me. You can't do this dreadful thing. If you don't love me anymore, think of Elsie.
And there's the sea. Not the sea we know at Worthing, with the tide going in and out regular and the band playing on the pier. The real sea. The one that Joseph Conrad wrote about, and Rudyard Kipling, and lots of others too. A sea with whacking great waves and water spouts, typhoons and flying fish. Oh, I know I'm a middle-aged man, but my health's not too bad, taking all round. There's still time for me to see a little bit of real life before I conk out. I'm still fit enough to do a job of work. Real work, mind you. Not bowing and scraping and wearing myself out, showing fussy old cows the way to the lace in China and bargain basement.
You'll be punished for this, Henry Gowell. You just mark my words.
Punished? I've been punished for over 17 years. It's high time I had a bit of peace now.
Oh, Henry, for pity's sake.
Ah, don't start weeping and wailing, Dorry. It won't wash. You're frightened now, scared out of your wits. But given half a chance, you'd be worse than you ever were. You're a bad lot, Dorry. Not what the world would call a bad lot, but what I would call a bad lot. Mean, cold, and respectable.
Oh, Henry, listen to me. You've got to listen to me, you must. If I've been a bad wife to you, I'm sorry.
I'll try to be better, I swear I will. If you won't forgive me, think of Elsie. Think of poor little Elsie.
Poor little Elsie, my eye. I think Elsie's awful. She's never done anything but whine and snivel and try to get something for nothing.
Oh, Mum, did you hear what he said? Oh, Dad, oh, dear.
Listen to him. Come to Grandma.
Elsie ought to go to work. Meanwhile, Dottie, you might go to work yourself. You're still a young woman and as strong as an ox. Here. Here's your 72 pounds.
Henry, you shan't go, you shan't.
Leave hold of me.
Mother, Elsie, help! Don't let him go! Henry.
I'm taking my last look at you, Dottie. I shall never see you again as long as I live. It's a dream come true. 3 generations. Grandmother, mother, and daughter. You're past it now, Mother. You're past the thick of the fray. You're nothing but a music hall joke. A mother-in-law with a bit of money put by. Dolly, the next few years I share with you, got guts or not, maybe what I'm doing will save your immortal soul in the long run. I doubt it, though. Your immortal soul's too measly. You're a natural bully and a cheat, and I'm sick of the sight of you. As for you, Elsie, you've got a chance. It's a slim one, I grant you, but still it's a chance. If you learn to work hard and be independent, and when the time comes, give what you have to give freely with love and without expecting lifelong payment for it, there's just the hope that you might grow into a decent human being. At all events, if you'll take one parting piece of advice from your cruel and ungrateful father, you'll spend the first money you ever earn on having your adenoids out. Goodbye, one and all. Nice to have known you.